Are you guys ready for some sports?
Maybe.
All right. Ow! Ladies and gentlemen, gird your loins and don your sports bra. All of y'all. We want you to look weird and funny as you get ready for the new sports. That's right, Victor Allen's new sports, written and directed by the one Victor Allen. Bald-headed black man, rub his head and make a wish. You can find it every week, a recurring segment of the Morning Cup with Mario show. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man that the Lex ladies have nicknamed section. Here's Brother Blah. It's Victor Allen. Yeah, sports.
What'd you forget, man?
Is it the Blah?
That's okay, man.
The Blah.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, you are forgiven. Hey, look. Have you noticed, man, we're getting a little bit busier lately, man? You feel crunch time hitting you a little bit?
Yeah, we busy.
We're busy, right?
We are busy.
It's busy. Hey, look, they always say, sometimes the things that are done, you have to give it time before it comes back, and you find that it's going to be rewarded in a different way. And so I know most people are thinking I'm going to do the new sports, the same old traditional way, but I decided to do what I call the sport of Oscar. It started off with that way. And actually sit back and give props to O.J. wins 30 for 30. Best documentary. Longest featured documentary in history. Even Beyond War and Peace wins an Oscar. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this up, I had so many people who were not part of that time, Mario, who were too young. They didn't really follow the story, come up and tell me how well made this particular piece was. And for me, since you and I both can say, hey, we were following it because it had everything to do with the culture, the media, and everything. I said, maybe it's because that's why I'm biased. And I said, oh, well, I already knew what happened. We lived through the court case and the trial and everything. So for those of you who don't know, ESPN's giving props to them. 30 for 30 told the story of Pro Football Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson, but was also a cultural look into race, celebrity, media, and the criminal justice system in America. O.J. Simpson was found guilty of the murders in his 1995 criminal trial, but he was later found liable in a civil trial.
So he found not guilty.
Well, not guilty, right, and then not guilty. I'm sorry, he was not guilty for the murders in his 1995 criminal trial, but found liable in a civil trial. Did you get to watch any of this, Mario, at all?
Yeah, I've actually seen the documentary.
Okay,
which I did think too was well done. The issue is that when you do a topic like O.J. Simpson, you have to choose a point of view.
True.
Because to me, there's no way. People could try to be neutral. I don't know how you do that with the story because there's all these judgments about what you believe, how much you emphasize it,
right,
and the direction of the programming. I think they were ambitious in that, and I think that no matter who does it, there's going to be criticisms.
Yes.
In terms of what kind of spin or direction they go on. But all of that taken into account, I still think it becomes still one of the better.
Yeah, and part of this is Mario, you're talking about what they call the third eye. To me, it's who's reporting, their point of view. It has everything to do with their culture, their background, their age. All those factors are taken in consideration, and you can't ignore that. So you end up seeing this from a different point of view because it's made in such a way that you can almost go, I can pick biases if I want to dig down because of the position of how the story is told. So I'll leave it at the part where I'm saying, for those who are making a product, because I believe you and I are involved in trying to facilitate this platform as a product that we believe is our heart and soul that's involved in Pack Stereo and what we do. Morning Coffee is not a show just so we could sit around and just go kumbaya. You're really trying to elevate something that will allow people to be spirited in the directions to have a voice and be able to communicate and empower. And as you always have said, when you look back on stuff, you have a greater sense of its value. So I brought this to what I call the filmmaker's eye. those who made it, I'm giving you props because you made the product. Now, deeper sense still, Mario, I go along with you. You got to be very careful, but well made, it stimulated people, and that's the whole goal, that they want to stimulate it. So on a scale, Mario, if you had to rate it for what you've seen, on a scale of 1 to 10, just from the product being made, what would you give it? Just your personal opinion. It doesn't qualify or disqualify anything. Did it stimulate
8.5,
you? 8.5.
9.
Yeah. Okay. No, see, that's good to me because
it's good. It's solid. Now
Yeah.
it's solid. It's a solid and well done.
And you won't give a score unless it's really
well, in terms of the presentation, Vic, well edited.
Yes.
Well laid out.
That's what I'm talking about.
That part is excellent.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, that part is excellent.
Yes.
If we told a story, Vic, we would emphasize different things.
Thank you.
That's just the truth.
But you got to be good.
I'm not so. But then, as a writer, I don't feel critical in a sense of this view.
Right.
I might have emphasized the view. I think, for example, that's a story to be told, is how the whole thing affected us here in the black community. It's never really told that way because you'd have to have black people telling it.
True.
In other words, just to examine for this figure who was so iconic in our community, what his loss, and I would say the same thing for Bill Cosby.
Yes, absolutely.
To discuss that amongst black people in a sensitive way,
it's a different
thing. But that will give the black people the perspective for our children,
absolutely,
of what these things meant to us. And in today's world, at least in today's world, there's an audience for that. There never was before.
True.
But now you see that there's an audience in today's world for that black perspective, as presented. So I didn't take off for that. I thought it was. I would probably give it a 9, Vic. It's just that it's just hard to get a 10.
Well,
because part of that is but the amount of work involved,
unbelievable.
Maybe they certainly worth watching.
Right.
Again, I would. I'm supporting it. Those are guide numbers coming from me.
Right.
And we would see.
For those,
go watch it. It's worth watching.
And I'm going to say, for those of you who are into binge watching, I'm going to give you some information. Probably all of you guys already know it, because the good thing about this, I'm the day after Johnny right now, because a lot of people have already gone to this and they know where to go get it. OJ Made in America will be shown for 5 straight nights starting Monday from 11 to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on ESPN2. It will also air uninterrupted from 1 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday at ESPN2. The documentary is also available anytime on Watch ESPN. Now, most of the time when people are doing stuff like this, they say, hey, well, don't go plug a reference to another source that's in media. This is greater, this is bigger, and I think it's a good product, worthwhile watching so you can get your perspective on it. So that was my way of sitting back, paying my homage to the Oscars. And notice we did not lead in with the that mess up on the Best Picture. We'll leave that alone for later.
Exactly. I was just thinking I didn't actually hit that.
All right. Why did
I figured,
Warren Beatty? What's up? Was he set up? Or did they hand him the wrong envelope, man? What's up?
They made a mistake.
Man, hey, look, let me tell you
Supposedly
this.
the person who did the envelopes for 50 years, they didn't have them.
Right.
That's what somebody told me.
Yeah. Look, I know this is not the traditional sports, you guys, but this was a sports product.
We're not traditional ever.
You know what? I'm just letting you know now. But I do like how homeboy on the stage snatched that envelope from Warren and said, boom. He said, boom. He was pissed off. Okay, let me go to here. You know what? When Mark Cuban speaks, people listen. And I know some people have already seen this or heard of it if you're following the sports talk. Recently in the game, Dirk Nowitzki shot a 3-point air ball. Now, players shoot air balls all the time. No big deal, right? Bleacher Report decides to sit back and follow up with it in reference to, hey, air ball, ... Dirk forever. When they did that, I'm going to try to read off the information from Mark Cuban as he saw this piece. Because I always say, you ever see somebody threaten somebody? So I'm going to do my best to follow these tweets, because there was a tweet exchange between the TBS president, David Levy, I believe that's his name. So let me just take you through it real quick. All right. This is from Mark now. Mark says, your tweet, Dirk forever, and showing him throwing up an air ball. I expect an apology immediately, or you can expect me to take a very strong stand in support of the greatest player of all time. That's him sitting up here saying, I want an apology. Let me take it even further. The president of TBS goes like this. He becomes political. He goes, Mark, good seeing you in NOLA, New Orleans, last weekend. And I did watch the Shark Tank special last night. That's him trying to go like, hey, I'm watching you and everything. Great show. I'll follow up with my social team, but reaching millennials and having them share and discuss topics, sometimes bold taglines are used around bloopers. Dirk is one of the best ever. There's no argument there. Excuse me. Mark said, that wasn't a blooper. So he just comes on down and says, well, let me take you even further. This isn't a discuss with your team issue, David. This is an issue where if it's not down immediately, I'll communicate with the millennials in the way I know how to. Your choice. Bleacher Report under TBS. Do you know what they did?
I don't blame them.
They removed it.
Oh, they did remove it?
They removed it. What he said is, I'll bring this to the millennials. So, Mark, my question is this. Bring what?
Bring what? That's why I said all I'm going to do is get us more views. I would have told him, well, screw you.
Wait a minute. Now you got the fight I want.
That's what I would say. You know what? Remember the mouse that roared?
Yeah, the little one.
Yeah, see, that's the whole point. You get into battles with people that are super powerful because then the story is you being in a battle with them. I would have said, screw you, Mark. And that would have got us being the talk of social media. Arguing in social media is wonderful, and it's a wonderful way to get hits. It's just the truth.
Is there some other information that has nothing to do with the air ball and Dirk Nowitzki?
He's going to go to the millennials.
He's going to go to the millennials.
And do what?
Hey.
And say what?
Wait, I'm just saying, dude.
Don't tweet Dirk throwing up an air ball. Who cares? This is amazing.
Wait a minute.
You know, as much as he dislikes Trump,
right?
This is another one of those times where he's acting just like him. Because this is what rich people do. They like to pull their dicks out in the public.
What did you say?
And wave it in your face. That's what he's doing. This is.
I do.
That's what this is.
I know that's what he's doing.
He's pulling out his dick and waving it in everybody's face.
Right.
So okay, bite the dick off.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who do you think will ride or die with you more, David or Mark? Because he looked like Mark all day, right?
So as long as you're on the good side of this, you're in favor of it, right?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
All of us know people who do this kind of stuff.
Do you know?
And it's just going off. They go off. So what? So what?
Watch this. Not many of us who work in employment have a one-to-one relationship where the CEO is going to be your buddy pal and come to your defense. Most of us don't even get to go up to those floors and those levels. We got a direct manager.
Totally.
The guy here is, I'm going, wait a minute. Dirk works for him, and he's acting like, that's my bitch. Okay, I'm just saying that. So, wait, I'm just
like I said,
I'm just
it's just pulling at you, you know.
Right, I know. And for those of you who want to see who he was talking to, on this picture, to Mark's left, Mark's tall. That's David. He's kind of shorter than most people. On this picture, that's him to the left. So if you got
wait a minute, Mark Cuban ain't that tall.
Yeah,
so what's he standing on?
Wait a minute. No,
he's standing on something because why is Mark Cuban up to Shaq's shoulder?
No,
Shaq. I'm just saying.
Wonder if Shaq's stupid.
Okay, look at everybody in this picture is this much shorter than Mark Cuban.
That's all.
I'm just saying, look at the picture. Based on this, Vic, tell you the truth. If you or I were standing next to Shaq,
be shorter.
Where would our head come up to?
Right stomach.
About here?
Somewhere up there.
So he's standing on something.
Yeah, they may all be standing or Shaq stooping.
No, he's standing on something. Because he's taller than everybody else.
Right.
And up above, he's up above Shaq's chin. So,
what are you trying to say, man?
I'm saying he's standing on something.
Did a good one.
It's obvious.
Hey, look. I'm telling you guys this.
It's obvious.
Can I have a ride or die CEO? When somebody
I wish
I had him too. All right, going on to the next. Like I said, a little bit different temperature on the stuff right now. Got to do that DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis era temperature check. I still think they're going to be great. They're 0-3. Not only are Boogie and Davis scoring, they haven't skipped a beat in their production. Both knocking out 30 points a game, 29, double-doubles are as far as the rebounds, some assists. I mean, they have stayed consistent, which only tells me they have to have parts around the team. Now I'm not getting into a panic. They're at 23-37. Do you think they'll squeak into the playoffs?
No,
You gonna miss
but
it?
it's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
The losses, they already they were losing.
Yes, they were
So
losing.
no, I'm with you. There's a change. It takes a while to work it out,
True.
and I'm all for it.
Yeah. This is an easy one. I just want to see. Everybody's going to do the
Well,
watch.
I don't think everybody else is, because I think a lot of people are hoping it to fail too.
Oh no, it's not going to fail. Not these two. Their attitude. First of all, you want Anthony Davis because he runs. Boogie doesn't run as much. That's the only difference. But he's such a force down low. They can be a legacy combo team as it relates to their position because they're both young. So I see. Just imagine you're the coach and the ownership, and they say you have two superstars. One is legitimately a superstar. One is almost there. All you got to do is get the principal players around them. They could look at what San Antonio does, and it doesn't have two men like this. They got LaMarcus, but these two dudes are on a different stage. All right, I'm going to take you over to this. That's just to let you know I'm doing my legacy watch right now. It's time to go to the pro and college sports Hurt and Enforce Hotel. All right. Now, let me just say this. Baker Mayfield is quarterback of Oklahoma Sooners. This is a bad boy. I've seen him play. He's cool. Got it. He's a Heisman hopeful. But recently, we're going to find out what happened to him because he has a booking profile from something recently that dealt with a report obtained by NFL.com. An intoxicated Mayfield was seen yelling obscenities and having difficulty walking downstairs when a call went out and the police arrived at 2:30 in the morning, and Mayfield's clothing was also covered in food. When the officer asked Mayfield to come toward him, he began to walk and then sprint away from the scene. After the officer eventually tackled Mayfield, the Sooners quarterback resisted putting his hands and arms behind his back before being handcuffed. Now, I'm just letting you guys know. There's some options here because he was intoxicated. Number one, if it was marijuana, would it be a different approach? Number two, this guy is about 6'1", 230 pounds. Let me sit back and say, police caught him. This is a scrambling quarterback. So
He didn't get shot.
Wait
Oh,
a
he's
minute.
white.
Wait a minute. Let me get to this.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
Gee.
Wait. Hold on. Watch this. I'm building up to it. I just want right below. I have these categories because we're going to find out how well was this arrest made and did it rate well. And you're going right to it, Mario. So let me just show the shot here. That's Baker after the booking. And he's going to probably get more popular from this. He's got swag now. Watch. All right. Here's the categories I put in to see if they're relatable to this. Notice he said, officer call for reinforcements. There was nothing showing a officer had to call for reinforcements. So obviously he can handle it. 2, tase while running, not sprint. They said he sprint. I said, I used to hear people go, he tried to escape or he's running. Why did they use the word sprint?
Because he's white.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You already ahead of the
sorry.
game. You already, no, I like it, dude. You already ahead of the game. Let me go to the next one. Officer feared for his life. No, nothing. You know, when somebody runs, how many times have you seen somebody go, when they're running?
When you're black and you're running away,
What does that
that
mean?
scares officers and they shoot you.
Right.
Just being black and running away makes it scary to
Let me
white
just-
folks, so they get to kill you.
Wait a minute.
Just tell you, because this is what
This is sports, you guys.
It's a
I
different
got
in
this.
our community.
I got
you
this.
run away, the officers, I'm scared, pal.
Wait a minute. I'm still. See, Mario's doing a good job of taking where I'm going. Now, the next one is deadly force. Was there any way that
He don't even have a scratch on him.
Wait a minute.
Look at this. His hair isn't even messed up.
Wait a minute, bro.
Look at his picture.
Wait a minute.
If he was black, he'd have a black eye, fat lip. Hey, they say black people have a fat lips and a big nose anyway.
You know, that's jacked up. Then why you want to go there? Now, wait a minute.
You know, look at his picture.
Wait a
so
minute.
they obviously didn't rough him up at all.
Hey,
They
look.
caressed him and gave him some handy wipes to make sure his beard was right.
See, I knew he was going to go there. I knew he was
give
going to
me
go
a
there.
break.
I haven't
Fuck
finished.
it. Give me a-
Wait a minute. Let me finish now. All right.
I got to hit this.
See, this one. See, I pulled this one just for Mario. I did this. It's kind of a setup. I knew he was going to do this. All right, check this out. If you guys want to know who I'm talking to, behind me I have Periscope, Facebook, Big O, and Live.me. So I got to give them props. The next one is, thank you. Have a nice day. So what I'm trying to get at, no knock on Baker. Baker, if you
Of course,
can get,
this is a white privilege. This is not white privilege.
Wait a
We'll
minute.
make sure
Wait a minute.
we're clear of that. So some white folks seem to not understand.
But now let me give the other side. Let's just say this, Mario. I'm applauding something.
For everybody white who doesn't know what white privilege is, this is one example. The other would be Lindsay Lohan walking in and out of jail.
Right. What I'm saying is, it's either two things, Mario, what you have said, or maybe a third. The second is, they have now better trained policemen. You watch Mario.
For white folks. Not for black folks.
What? They got
They're still shooting us because that's why we scared them when we run away.
Wait a minute. The
They
follow-up.
have to shoot us in the back.
The follow-up is, we can now use the word, if any time something happens, you're probably a little drunk. You can sprint away.
We weren't running, we were sprinting.
You're not running.
We were doing
You're
sprint.
sprinting.
A sprint.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Yeah.
So what I've got from this is that here's some of the tools that you could use, and that the rules are somewhat now in your favor, because you can tell the officer you were trying to run away. He says, no, I was sprinting.
That's right. I'm with it.
That's it, right?
I had to get my hair covered.
Right.
So I was running away.
There we go. All right. You know, I had to go there because I knew Mario was going to do this. All right. Going to the last of our subjects here before we get out of here. There was a new NASCAR Sprint Cup, what you would call season, underway with the Daytona 500, and Kurt Busch won it. That's not the story. It's always cool. What they figured out how to do, to me, is use what they call, for the Daytona 500, they run 200 laps. So they broke it up into 60, 60, 80. A lot of people are trying to get stimulated in the organization NASCAR, are trying to exert some stimulation because they want the ratings to go up. It is very hard to watch a 500-mile race. You can walk away from it and say, just call me the last 10 laps. Because the person who won it did not lead one lap in the race. But what I found that this is doing, they have these mini races to score points. So the first 60 laps, you get points. So they're racing as if it's the end of the race. Then they go to a second one and do the same thing. And if you make it through that, the third. Now, what's the consequences of this? Crashes. Do you like it for the crashes? I don't want to see the crashes as it dominates the race, but what it does. You're talking about watching people drive like they're on steroids. I've been watching Daytona and other races. The young guns are in here, and they have no patience. So this is my recommendation for you guys. Check out one of the races. It's a race within the race, and then the winner takes all, because they broke it up in thirds. And if they continue this, that's my endorsement. You're going to hear a lot of complaints about it, but it adds to the excitement, because you just have to sit there and wait for the last 3 or 4 laps and say, let me see who wins. So this is not about me saying, hey, did you guys watch it or not? It really stimulated. And I see the progression, because I think young people want to go, okay, how long we got to sit here to win this race and get some personalities. And true, the biggest complaint about NASCAR with the drivers, you guys got to do something about those corporate speeches every time you guys win or even come in a place. They all have been conditioned that if they say this, they get more sponsors, which is cool. The problem is they need personality. And maybe that's the lesson, that none of these racers have personality, because it seems like they're all like clones. So I'm not saying don't talk to your sponsors, because I know if Mario got a sponsor in here, a couple of them, they say this is the Pack Stereo, blah, 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 and say thank you every time.
We do have a sponsor now, Prolong.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Prolong Cream.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's coming on board as a sponsor.
See,
It's a nice cream. It's Prolong.
See, he will do it. So here's my argument. Get better personality when you're thanking those sponsors. NASCAR, just get somebody, do something. Hey, I'm out of this, man. My new Sportz ran a couple of minutes long. Get ready. We out of here. Bam.
Everybody has new sports. Victor Allen's own unique fan base perspective of sports is here every week. You can find it at Pack Stereo TV, a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Remember to dress appropriately. We request you wear sports bras and jock straps. That's everybody. We'd like to have that transgender, cross-gender, whatever gender apparel. Everybody in their sports bra. How about you guys need one anyway?
That's just
We'll
wrong.
see ya.
That's just wrong.